Try not to sit on my microphone cable. All right. Tuck that in there. McDougal, good morning. And like by morning, I mean afternoon. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Yeah, I don't need the music. I don't need the music that loud. Oh my gosh. Hi, sassy girly. How are you? I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. But it's a good tired. Sorry, I don't usually sit while I stream, so I have to. It's a whole new world for me, friends. You're good. I'm glad to hear that. Good Monday to you. I hope you all had an excellent weekend. Sorry, I was up very late last night. What? McDougal? Oh my gosh, dude. We haven't even got started yet, and you're just like, by the way, here's 5 gift subs. You're the sweetest. Thank you, McDougs. Wait a second, where's my... There it is. Sorry, my setup is very different right now. Let's do this. Let's go, bam. Hey! This one's easier for me to look right at. Thank you, McDougal. You're awesome. Let's see, we got, is that Low Fly Birdie? I'm a little further away from where I can read chat right now. Hero LAT, LA Macaverse, or La Macaverse, either way. All right. Clown Tolly! Awesome, McDougal. And Desi Boy. All right. Hello, cheeky healer. How are ya? Good morning. I've had, how much sleep have I had? Probably like 4-ish hours of sleep, which is like good compared to what it could have been much worse. 4 hours of sleep, because I've been working on this project. Do you remember I was telling, here, I don't need to do both of these. I just want to talk directly to McDougal and say, thank you, McDougal. I know you're not a millionaire with like just boundless resources, and the fact that you choose to support this weird stream keeps me going for like in more ways than one. Like in the one like obvious like financial way keeps me going, but also in like the motivational way keeps me going. So thank you. You're good. You also got about 4 hours of sleep, so you know what it is. McDougal, it's true. It did kind of like perk me up for sure. What? Me? You all. So cheeky. Just a late night. I hope it was like a good reason where you're like, that was worth it. And I've heard that like, you know, as soon as you get 1 8-hour stretch, you're good. Like, it's not like you have to make up all the hours you've been missing or whatever. So maybe that's something both of us can put on our goals list for tonight. I am certainly happy to see you. I am certain. Oh, sleep apnea. You didn't wear the CPAP. I get it. I have a few friends who wear CPAPs, and like hearing them describe it feels like it might be a thing I would really not enjoy wearing. But also sleep is good, so I hope at least one night this week you will do it. You will be strong. Triumph. Cleaning the tank is such a chore. Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. I'm so bad about that too. I better hope I don't develop sleep apnea anytime, because anyway, I empathize, Cheeky, and also still take care of your body. We need you in this world. Good people, well rested, good people. The world needs more of us. And when I say us, I'm not well rested either. Chaos Child, hello, Chaos Child. Good day to you. Radiactive, hello. How am I? I'm tired. I'm tired, Radiant. So here, let me talk a little bit about the project I was working on. So, last week I was reached out to by Task Force, and they're partnering with No Kings, a No Kings initiative or something. I should probably know exactly who I signed a contract with. Anyway, it's basically a anti-authoritarianism campaign. I don't know if it's like a larger nonprofit for that. I think Task Force is a larger nonprofit, and our hello, Mr. Sharp. You want to? I would love to. It's just. No, yeah, it's all good. I got it from the top. I got it from the top. Thank you, Mr. Sharp. He brought me tea. So rested. Yeah, exactly. Chaos. Hi, Dewey. Hi. Good to see you. So I don't know. This world is crazy. I live in LA. Mr. Sharp and I both live in LA, and we've been seeing it. We've been hearing it. Mister, I'm gonna put up your mic. Beep. Good morning.
Hey, pals.
And good time zone, Liz. Good to see you. Hi. It's been a weekend. It's been a weekend. There's been just a lot going on. We have the here we go. For what it's worth, if you are not in Los Angeles, do not believe the hype. I think a lot of sources out there are saying that it's like riots and violent uprising. It is not. It is by and large peaceful protest, as one might expect if one's friends, neighbors, coworkers were being kidnapped off the street from their places of work, from their places of education, and taken away in unmarked vehicles by individuals wearing zero insignia or badges, carrying no warrants. So, people are protesting peacefully. I've heard that some president guy is saying that he's called in 2,000 reserve. There have actually been 300 Army Reserve individuals, and they're not doing anything because there's nothing for them to do. LAPD, LA Sheriff's Office, although they are deeply flawed organizations themselves, have said it's not getting out of hand. It's not out of hand. We don't need outside assistance. Mr. Trump likes to say he's got 500 Marines ready to be deployed in California. There's always 500 Marines in California. We have Marine bases here. Camp Pendleton and 29 Palms, I think. He's saying a thing that is true, but it's not. It was true last week. It was true 2 years ago. It's always true. So you know, it's not warfare in the streets. I believe that even well-intentioned news outlets they benefit from people thinking like, oh, how scandalous, how interesting. It's been calm. As if you are not in danger of being targeted by ICE, it has been calm. I'm sure for those who fear for themselves or their loved ones, it is very uncalm, but in a different way than they would have you think. So yeah, Dewey, exactly. Ratings 100%. Exactly, Liz. Exactly. The whole yeah, I'm so proud of LA. LA's been doing a good job. I'm not the most I'm not the most tuned in to every outlet, but I saw a thread from a European citizen who was like, we see you in California, and how many of us Germans wished that our ancestors had done something similar in 1933. And we just got to keep showing up and resisting peacefully and doing what we can do. So it's been a long weekend. On a somewhat related note, not exactly, not intentionally related, Donald Trump is planning on the 14th of June, which is his birthday, I believe, to hold a military parade. I've talked about this before on stream, and so I was commissioned by a task force and No Kings to create an artwork. How should I even say it? You can talk about it, Mr. Sharp. I feel like I've been talking a
lot. Yeah, they commissioned you to make a piece of art speaking back to Trump and the military parade.
Yeah, basically just saying like, look, it's the No Kings initiative, the No Kings campaign. So it's like we don't have kings in America. People who have military parades, generally speaking, tend to be authoritarian governments. I think that, like, you know, there are some others in the world that have more significance, but America has tried not to do that, in generally speaking. Exactly, Dewey. Yes, birthday parade with life-size military toys. Very much a action figures kind of a situation. And I eventually decided to make a piece that was K-pop. I do need to drink water. Thank you. Cheers. Let's all drink. Let's all drink water.
Dewey, it is embarrassing because it doesn't serve a purpose. What is the purpose? To show the world our military might? I don't think anyone's confused about who spends the most money on the military.
Ah, thank you for the bits, Dewey. $2.50. You're the sweetest. Yeah, it's
like I get embarrassed for people. I do this murder mystery dinner theater thing.
Mm-hmm.
And every once in a while, there will be a lady who is throwing her own birthday party,
mm-hmm.
and she makes herself the suspect. Like, it's a thing you can pay extra for to be like, hey, make my husband the suspect. Or like, hey, make my kid the suspect or whatever. But like, it's a lady who like makes herself the suspect, and then like all her friends are like, what are we here for? What is this? And she's like, ooh, I don't know. Am I guilty of this crime? And it's like, it's a thing that she set up for herself, that she paid money to do for herself.
Look,
and like on your birthday, you should do stuff for yourself.
You're allowed to throw your own birthday party.
Your own birthday shouldn't be funded by $87 million of American taxpayer money.
If you want to celebrate the military, take those millions of dollars and fund veterans projects. Healthcare for your veterans. You know, make good on that promise. Thank you for the stretch, Chaos Child.
This is very
Poetic.
sweet. This says, I truly appreciate that throughout the entire election and even now, you, the Stripes, have given us a safe, open place to be educated while also feeling loved and supported no matter our own beliefs. It means a lot, and I want to ensure that both of you know that you're making a difference. Liz, that is the nicest thing that we could hear right now, I think.
Thank you, Liz. Because you know, of course it can feel like, what can you do? But I am an artist. That is what I can do, right?
I've heard lots of calls recently for artists to use their art in this moment. It's a little drummer boy situation where if all you have is a drum, what good is this? You know, all you can do is play the drum. But also, artists are the people who set culture.
Mm-hmm.
Artists are the people who inform the culture at the fomative level, you know, where the place where it's fomenting, you know, the kids, the young people, the cool people, the sexy people, they're all doing art and they're showing people what is valuable. And in the eternal debate of the art versus the military, I feel like the military always wins the battle and the art always wins the war. And
ooh, that's a really, yeah.
You know, it's a pen is mightier than the sword, as I guess the other old cliche that gets to the heart of it.
Alice, hello. All art, no matter what medium, is more often than not inherently political. Yes. It is so important to acknowledge.
Yes.
Yes.
Because even if you're not political, even if you don't think your art is political, then that lack of politics is in fact saying something. The fact that you're like, well, I live in this world that is burning to the ground, but I painted a flower.
Yeah.
Number one, you should paint flowers. I'm pro painting flowers.
Yes.
That is political too. You're in favor of the environment. Like,
yes.
And where
you're reflecting your values.
Yeah.
Right? I am a children's entertainer. A lot of times that is not necessarily align itself with like overt political messaging. But man, one of my favorite like side quests in this journey has been Miss Rachel's evolution. Huh? I don't know if you've been watching that, but Miss Rachel has gone vocal for the case for Palestinian children, and it's good to see. It's good to see.
And even,
I was kind of like, I wasn't anti Miss Rachel, but I wasn't like, my son was a little too old for Miss Rachel, so we kind of missed that peak.
To me, she was just another lady out there
nice
doing content,
nice stuff, and now I'm like,
creator.
Let's go, Miss Rachel.
You know, we can't teach kids from our position as much about the real dogmatic specifics of any given fight, but I think the power that children's entertainers have is to teach children the value of love, the value of respect, the value that people can be different from you and that is okay.
I tell you,
all are different, living together.
There's a reason why one of the things this administration went after was PBS.
Sure. Heck yeah.
PBS radicalized, not even radicalized, just because it shouldn't be radical.
It's not radical.
It shouldn't be radical. But when, you know, Mr. Rogers was new and Sesame Street was new, Sesame Street was explicitly engineered for inner city children of color because they didn't have access to preschool education as much as a lot of the more affluent white children did. And Mr. Rogers shared a message of respect and equality. He bathed his feet in the swimming pool next to his black friend at a time when, like, swimming pools were very much not a sharing kind of a thing. And I think no one really at the time no one from the hyper-conservative movement took it very seriously because it's just kid stuff. It's just puppets and some guy in a sweater. But what happened was the children raised by that generation took that as like matter of course. Of course we're all equal. Of course we mutually respect. Of course there are little black kids playing with little brown kids, playing with little white kids on this city block. Like that is just what we've seen all the time. And so it is less shocking even when you move from your small city to a big city and you see different kinds of people. You're less like, oh, ooh, I just want to stay in my area. Like it was huge. It was huge. And so yeah, even art for children can make a difference. If you just joined us, hello, MS Gamer, Jen's Lens, we love you so much. And Cheeky, that's very, very kind of you to say. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I got 4 hours of sleep last night because I was working on this project. It is due today, so I do need to get it done. I just wanted to talk with you a little bit, finish up this project. I'm not even sure if I'm going to finish it on stream. I probably won't. I'll probably be doing a little bit of, little more work.
Oh, very
37 is the new 36. Oh my gosh.
Interesting.
We're into year 4 with Bex.
Dang.
I know.
Reno.
I know. We're starting it. Boom. And Jens, it's finals week for you, isn't it? Oh my gosh, if you got to run, I get it.
But you sent an email to your congressperson. Boss made you mad. It's a bummer, man. Got to keep sending them, though.
But we got to keep sending them.
Because they have to log all that stuff. And it's weirdly effective calling your senators. I know it's such a hack, or representatives. I know it's such a hack cliche, oh, call your representatives. But they do have to log those things. If your representative happens to be a soulless Republican who's already ideologically committed to something that is bad for your country, yeah, they're probably not going to hear that particular message. If, however, they are somebody who is a Democrat who isn't doing enough, which, let's face it, is pretty much all of them, or somebody who is even anywhere close toward the center, anybody who is, let's say, worried about their chances of reelection, hearing these types of things that hey, this is my breaking point. Hey, this is my bright line. Hey, this is what's going to make me go out into the streets and start campaigning against you. Those are the types of things that people do take into account.
Exactly, Vex. Exactly. Come on now.
Hey, buddy.
Richie, thank you. Big hugs for tired Shana. Thank you. JD, hey.
Your stepfather still remembers when he was a kid that the city wouldn't let all the brown and black kids swim in the same outdoor pool. It's so crazy how recent America's the type of racism that we thought didn't exist, I think, in the 90s and 2000s is so fresh.
I believed when I was a child, even, I will say, up until I moved out of my parents' house and until I moved in with the black roommate in my 20s. I truly believed we were in a post-racist society. I was like, yep, that was history, and that was horrible, and we've really figured it out. Pat, pat, pat. Now, granted, I grew up in a very small town in Southern California, very liberal town, but I was like, yeah, it's okay to make ironic jokes about things because it's not a real thing.
And, at this point in LA, I want to make it very clear that, these ICE raids are nothing but institutionalized racism. The way that they are doing it is they are targeting places where there are lots of people who seem Mexican.
You think there are no white people illegally in the U.S.? You think no white people have overstayed their visas?
Also, you cannot... It's so... One of the problems with the way that this is being portrayed in the media is that people underestimate, as always, the vastness of Los Angeles. This is a city of
Like with the fires, for
Exactly.
example. It was, if you watch the news, you would think that Los Angeles was a cinder, but it was really very huge and very out of control and scary. But like these localities, these neighborhoods.
we're in a city of 10 million people. And that doesn't even count the 805 or Orange County, which are just crammed right up against it and are also going through the exact same thing right now.
And for what it's worth, we're one of the most laterally spread cities of that size, right?
just
Like you get
gigantic.
New York City, but it's all kind of condensed onto like Manhattan, right? Where it's like, whoa, it's all built up. There's not a lot of tall buildings in LA. We're just spread out every which way.
And our population is heavily Latino. And the vast majority of those people are born in America. They are Los Angeles natives. Also, in those people are people from Mexico who have just legally emigrated. That is the next largest group of Mexican-looking people in America. And then the smallest group is actually undocumented people. But that doesn't matter to the ICE raids. They are targeting places where there are a lot of people who look Mexican, and they are rounding them all up, and they are asking for documentation later. U.S. citizens are being arrested. Naturalized citizens are being arrested. Not arrested. Kidnapped.
There
This
are
isn't
no
an
warrants.
arrest.
There are
This
no
is not
badges.
a legal arrest.
There's no judge's orders. No crime was committed or in the process of being committed.
And even if you are really upset about illegal immigration, that is if you view it as a crime that is important to you, then you should think that it is a crime that should be given the seriousness and due process that we give every other crime in this country. You don't round up huge groups of people thinking there might be a thief in there and then put them all in jail and then figure out which one is a thief later. That's not how justice works.
Not how we do it, friends.
This is institutionalized racism. And I want to be clear about the feelings of the people in Los Angeles. Everybody in Los Angeles that lives here knows how much we rely on undocumented people. This city runs on undocumented people. If you got rid of all of them, this city would stop. If you like eating food, you need undocumented people. Undocumented people grow the food, pick the food, pack the food,
The construction
ship the food,
industry, the
clean
garment
the food,
industry.
cook the food, and serve the food. If you want food to happen in Los Angeles, you have to allow these people to live here. And it just, I don't care if you think that there should be a better process, that's fine. Mass roundups of human beings is a worse crime than being in a country undocumented. Set your moral compass. Kidnapping is worse than being in a place without the proper papers.
It's so wild that we even have to say it.
Right?
Especially, I mean, it doesn't even, like I was going to say, especially in cases where they're brought over as children, but it doesn't matter. People are like, well, they should have come over legally. But that process is so obtuse and not available to those who need to get out the most.
And also, that's a completely separate debate.
Exactly.
That is not an answer to kidnapping people off the street is a separate problem from illegal immigration. And we can get to illegal immigration, but what Los Angeles wants, the one thing that we want right now before anything else is stop kidnapping our people. And I don't think that that's a radical thing to ask. I think that's pretty basic. Stop stealing mothers and fathers. Stop stealing people's children. Stop it. That's all we're asking.
That there are humans who think they're the good guys is so wild to me.
It's just Raji. Just a Monday.
Hey, Raji.
Just a Monday here in Los
Monday?
Angeles.
Yeah, just Monday. You know.
K-pop fam, I'm 100%. This country runs on undocumented immigrant workers. This isn't a Los Angeles thing.
And it's
Obviously,
not even
it's big
not
here,
even
but
just a recent or Mexican thing. Like,
exactly.
Undocumented labor absolutely built this nation, our railroads, our entire everything, our infrastructure in general. Labor. When you have this much land mass, you need a lot of labor. And
yes.
And what's so gross is that, like, people were so willing to take advantage of people whose undocumented status forced them to take lower earning jobs, right? People are like, oh, I lost my job to undocumented workers. No, you lost your job to a boss who didn't want to have to pay a full legal wage.
Right.
And they found someone who was desperate enough to do it. And now that thank you for the work, and now we're going to just kick you out. It's not okay. But I want to repeat what we said at the top of the stream because new people come in here. If you're watching the news and you're hearing all this stuff about riots and unrest in Los Angeles, it is peaceful protest by and large. I checked in with the news source that I trust. I believe there have been, as of last night, I haven't checked this morning, there have been 11 arrests.
And to be clear,
People say there have been thousands of arrests.
These are arrests.
Thousands were the kidnappings.
The arrests that are happening of protesters are police telling people to move along, and people aren't moving along. There are not police officers being assaulted.
Nope.
There aren't violent crimes being committed. I know there are some very intense photographs out there. Have you seen the dude standing on top of the burning car with the Mexican flag and the mask on his face? Shirtless dude, very ripped, very tough, very cool looking. Incredible photograph, right? Like, that's a photograph that makes an emotional impact. Think about it for a minute. When you zoom out from that, and I've seen the pictures of that zoomed out, that's a dude at a protest posing for a picture to make a point. This is a staged photograph to be dramatic.
It's art.
It's art. That is a car that's on fire. It's not a person. There is no such thing as violence against property. Property doesn't have feelings. Waymo cars are a fantastic thing to destroy at a protest. You call them to the protest site, you stop them, you set them on fire, and it becomes barriers for the people.
SharpBalloons does not advocate for specifically the burning of Waymo
don't do
vehicles.
that. That would be a great idea if you were protesting, but don't do that. Don't do that. But here's the thing. That's just one photograph. I can tell you exactly where the situations are happening in Los Angeles. There's one couple block radius.
Whirlith! Yeah, you joined at a great time. Let's go.
There's one couple block radius where centered around the detention facility, the place where people's friends and family are being held. There's a huge protest happening right there. That is where the mass of the people are. Other than that, the only other places in the city where things are happening are the spots where ICE shows up and directly is trying to kidnap people. And the response that you see are people trying to protect their friends and families from being abducted. Think about what you would do if a masked person came into your house
With
and
no
tried
badge,
to take your family.
with no warrant, wearing no kind of uniform. Okay, they're not. You cannot identify an ICE agent. Like, you can look at a cop, you're like, I know that's LAPD. You can look at a sheriff and be like, I know that's LA Sheriff. You can look at Army Reserve and be like, yep, I see fatigues, I see a ranking, I see a name, I see all this stuff. They're wearing jeans and cargo shorts, and they're just wearing their normal
They're
clothes
sloppy
and
doofs.
masks on their faces, which is so
Sloppy,
funny.
doofy cowards.
Oh my goodness.
Fuzzy Ski, thank you. I appreciate that. Having gone through this the city is burning to shambles thing in Portland, I know how things feel. We're staying hydrated. Always stay hydrated. Staying safe. And I don't think that we can join this round of protests. I have so much gratitude for my friends that are there. I have a lot of friends that are in the middle of it right now. If you're interested on getting some perspective on it, I want to shout out my friend Fifi Dosh. She is in the middle of the protests, really showing off like the joy that's happening in the protests. Protests are fun, man. It is a good group of people that are like rallied around a good reason to be there. There's songs, there's fellowship. I always end up crying a lot.
I came in the room the other day and Mr. Sharp was like crying and I was like, oh, what's wrong? He's like, I'm just so proud of LA. And it's like, yeah.
I'm very proud of LA. This is the most Angelino I've ever felt. This is the most inspired by my city I've ever felt.
2025 has been like crazy. 2025, a song of ice and fire. Am I right?
Right.
Fire in January and
watching the city,
that
how
is
they
weird,
handled
right?
that.
Fire in January and ice in June. weird
All right,
flip-flop.
somebody get a poet. Somebody get a poet.
Somebody
Call a
who's
poet.
better at this
We
stuff
got a
than
poetry
me.
emergency here, people. But it was inspiring watching it for the fires, and then watching the way everybody in LA has come together to defend against ICE is incredible, because yeah, obviously the Mexican American people are, but also the white people are, and the Armenians are, and the Japanese people are, and the Koreans are, and everybody is. The queer people who are in the middle of celebrating Pride are celebrating Pride and also protesting. My sister and I went to a queer improv show last night, and like that's how they started the show. They came out to Rage Against the Machine, and they came out saying we stand with all of our friends who are, you know, on the protest lines, and half the group was there because the other half was protesting. You know, the people are out there. Like, we're all out there together because these are our people that they're taking.
Yeah.
Yeah, Richie, we have a
Werlith-
kid. This is I'm making the choices that I feel like I have to make to keep myself and my family safe, and I am guilty and angry feeling that I'm not there, but also I don't think that that's the right choice. But thank you. I think that this, for us right now, the right choice is doing this, telling people what is happening, being here, being in Los Angeles, and saying the city is fine. Like, we're chill. We're
doing
just
good.
working.
Look,
Everybody
people are in
went
danger,
to work
but
today. Everybody is doing their normal
you book
life because it
snail.
doesn't stop. That's the thing. Normal life in LA is very hard all the time. Now it's just very hard, and there's kidnappings. But it doesn't mean that people still don't have to make rent. And the kidnappings are happening in little places all over the city. But if it's not where you are, then you're just going to work and doing your life, because the city's not locked down. There is no insurrection. There is no rebellion. We're all just going to work, man.
Yeah.
Same way we always do. And then the few of us that have the power to go stick up for the rest of us, I am incredibly grateful. Young cats that are full of energy and anger, go get it. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Werlith made a comment up there that if the police aren't wearing uniforms, then they're the secret police, and we know from history how that goes.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
Don't sneak.
Don't sneak. If you sneak around, what is the message you are portraying, except that what I am doing is wrong?
They know that what they are doing
What do you have to
wrong.
hide from if you're not the bad guys?
Echo, you got a gift for you? Oh,
yeah!
Fair jab.
Oh, what a great gift it was. I'm happy for you, Echo.
Richie, when I say I'm angry, I'm not like beating myself up about it, but there is, like, I would be lying if I didn't say there was some part of me that's like yelling at me now, like, get out there, like, go down there, like, you got to go down there. And there's another part of me that's like tamping that voice down.
It's
and
like,
saying,
well, but the kid gets off of school at
right, and it's like
2:30,
and also they're shooting rubber bullets at people. That is one thing that is happening, is that rubber bullets are being fired at peaceful protesters, including journalists.
Yeah, I did see that. An Australian journalist
took one.
got in the leg. What the heck?
Took it like a champ, only one F-bomb, which for an Australian, I think, counts as church language. And then she starts laughing. So it's like,
Good.
Again.
Good on ya.
But here's the thing. I do not want to diminish. I don't want that to diminish at all the seriousness of using rubber bullets on crowds.
Yeah.
It's not non-lethal. It's less lethal. If you catch someone in the wrong spot, it can be lethal.
And also, even if not lethal, you can be, there's one content creator that I follow who was talking about how he was hit by a rubber bullet, like, at a 2020 protest, and is still dealing with, like, ligament issues in his shoulder because of that. He didn't die. He didn't need to get his arm amputated. He's not, but, like, this is a medical thing that's going to be a part of his life now for the rest of, because he's already, a middle-aged adult. And it's like, yeah, it's out there. It's serious.
You have Linda Tirado today. I'm not sure who that is.
Who is Linda Tirado?
Axelrod, you were dealing with that in Oklahoma at the beginning of the month. Yeah, LA is the hot spot. LA is the place where everybody's talking about it, but
right now, but it has been.
It is a national thing.
They took over 1,000. They kidnapped over 1,000 people from Martha's Vineyard, which is so. What's that hotbed of illegal activity? The person.
I'm just trying to grab the. I'll just grab a link for her. And then the one.
So Under the Desk News.
Under the Desk News is the one that
is the person that I really appreciate her summaries, and I follow her on Instagram. I don't know if she's on other platforms, but Under the Desk News. And
Linda was a photojournalist shot in the eye at a BLM protest with a non-lethal round, and it changed her life irreparably.
Gosh.
Yeah, I mean, if you catch somebody in the eye, if you catch somebody in the face, if you catch somebody also like in the chest a lot of the time, or like in the particular
and also like
guts or
photojournalist.
Yeah.
Someone who's there documenting as part of the press. Like this is.
I mean, that one with the Australian journalist, watch that clip. The dude just turns his gun toward her. She's standing in front of cameras.
Holding
she is
a microphone.
Clearly a journalist.
Clearly speaking with an Australian accent, like not like.
The guy points his gun at her and shoots her. Like that is just a straight up like, I'm going to shoot that person now. Bang, I did it. You know?
It's wild.
He knew he was shooting a journalist and he just did it. But that's Fifi Dosh. And then you said Under the Desk News. Fifi.
Under the Desk News.
Fifi's a friend of mine. She's just a comic.
Not just. There's
not just
no
a comic.
such
She's
thing
a comic.
as just.
She's a writer. She's been out there. She got tear gassed. She got tear gassed, but she's also showing dancing furries. You know, like this is happening at the same time. And if you're wondering, which is the side that's peaceful? Is it the side shooting things or the side with the dancing furries? Draw your own conclusions.
Yeah, always choose the bear. I did see a meme where it's like, always choose the bear, and it was the Californian flag, which, if you don't know, has a California grizzly bear, now extinct, hunted to extinction, but that's beside the point, on the flag. And, yeah, baby.
Under the Desk News, V Spay Hard. Do you know where they're based? Are they Los Angeles? Or?
I don't. I don't know. I don't want to say. I'm not sure, so I don't want to.
And there's Under the Desk News. They definitely had some very
like good, like
deep informative kind of.
Oh man, Booksnail Bear Hug, how perfect!
Bear Hug, yes. Bear Hug. That could be a thing right now. Bear Hug, right?
Sure. California. Well, there's like
picture of like a bear hug in the California state or something.
That is. I mean, that's old.
Is that
old imagery? Yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah.
I just talked myself into a hacky.
No. When I say old, I mean like 18 something. Like
right.
But the California I Love You is, I think, Romans has like a bunch of their stuff. It's like an old song.
Okay. Well, you know,
yes.
I'm happy to lean in that now.
We love LA. Who's ready? Nathan's ready.
Some of those furries have some pretty sharp teeth. I mean, they're made out of felt, but they look pretty sharp. Hey, looking sharp.
So all this to say, what about balloons, lady? I come here for balloons. All right. So I keep like talking about it and then getting derailed because ADHD, 4 hours of sleep, and living through an existential horror. But I have been commissioned to create a balloon artwork critical of specifically, look, there's a lot to be critical of, so much, but specifically the military parade. And so the imagery I ended up going with was like a Marie Antoinette kind of situation, because it's a birthday party for Mr. Trump. That's like the thing, and that's why they're commissioning balloon artists and cake artists and such, because those are traditionally birthday party oriented, art. And so, I just, let them eat cake is such like it's such a meme, right? Before we had memes,
such a meme.
So, my vision was, Trump in profile with a tall Rococo Marie Antoinette style wig with the trappings of like a birthday cake and a little tank. And so this is what I've got so far. Let's see here. I'll take that out. So again, it's not done yet. Oh, I can do it. Thank you, K-pop. I was working on this like all night, and it's not done. But this is what we've got so far. So I don't usually like doing caricatures of people out of balloons as like sculpting their faces, because you have to do this thing where you kind of like piecemeal it together with... It doesn't end up looking that attractive. But for certain people, I don't think that an unattractive look is... I think that's pretty called for. So we've got the... I wish there was a better color. There's a slightly more orange skin tone. But we've got this wig here. And then, of course, on the top of the wig, got kind of a birthday cake situation. And then I've got a little tank. The plan is to eventually have the tank with a little, you know... I haven't decided if that's going to be like a bang or a pop. I think pop could be pretty funny there. But just to like emphasize like it's like toys to him.
Snail says you nailed it. K-pop says that's perfect.
Thank you.
Fuzzy says you've captured his folds perfectly.
Yes.
His folds, his bags.
I also kind of put this together. The nice thing is this is going to be a photograph, right? So I can. It doesn't look good from the back. It doesn't look good from the front, but in profile, which is how it's eventually meant to be displayed, and then probably like this kind of thing here, because you know he always has such excellent posture. Says me, but you know, takes one to know one. So I'll probably have this be kind of in the front there, and then I have some more hair curls that I'll probably kind of bring down over the shoulder and maybe back down the side there to kind of emphasize. I've also got some little like pearls that I'm going to try and like make the hair more ornate with. And probably the birthday cake I'll do because I don't think this really reads birthday cake just yet. We'll do some more like little decorations on that to try and make that a little more cake-like. This is what I was working on though last night, and you know it sure is something when you keep doom scrolling and hearing, you know, motivated by like the protests happening all over the place to be like, hey, and now I'm gonna make a little. Basically, this is my first real political cartoon out of balloons, I think. Another. I was contemplating whether or not to do like a little crown, like on top of the tank, but I'm like, there's already so much happening here, and by the
it's a lot of vertical.
Yeah, that gets So my other plan. I don't know if I have.
The text is going.
Yeah.
On the
So
sides then.
I don't. Here, let me. Sorry, my Stream Deck. This is a different setup. I don't usually sit and stream, but this is my, let's see, there it is, my sketch. So we've got like that in profile, and then in the background you can kind of see
Kelly
got some space here, and it's really hard to read. Thank you, Kelly Voicer. We love you too, guys. I bought some letters, the foil letters. I bought the letters that are in Let Them Eat Cake. So my plan is to kind of create Let Them Eat Cake and kind of have that be on the side in the background of the image. I did this really in light pencil because I wasn't sure, but like basically like each Let Them Eat Cake kind of behind. I also didn't buy all of the letters. I bought, because if there's like, you know, there's a bunch of E's. So I'm like, I only need one E, and I'll just like take a photo of let and then repurpose the E for them. Because why not? Let's be practical. We have limited budget. And so that's the plan. And that's what I'm probably going to work on right now.
Raji, I suppose it's probably 3 feet tall, maybe?
Yeah, this...
Probably with the head, and by the time
I would say this is like 2.5 feet, maybe.
Yeah,
but like
so
once we get the
body,
letters...
Yeah,
oh, right, with the... Because it's doing just the shoulders. I have got a... This one's not made of balloons. We've made one out of balloons before. But let's see here. So currently, she's about, almost exactly 2 feet tall. But then once I include, like, I'll probably crop off the bottom of that shoulder piece. But yeah, this is about 30 inches tall.
Thank you for the big laugh. Go lurk.
And yeah, because it is a photographed image that is the final submission, I may Photoshop the letters in after the fact. Aw, Mystic Misfits. Enjoy your lurk, my friend. Thank you for doing... Thanks for being here. And yeah, do what you need to do, friends. Like, it's not everyone has the mental bandwidth to, like, jump into, like, political discussion at this time. Just being aware is great.
Yeah, Raji, this isn't... The balloons themselves are not as much the piece as like the photo is, I suppose.
Right. Yeah. So basically, yeah, they want me to. Oh no, this is the final piece.
Yeah.
I did do a mock-up. This is my first. When I was first seeing, I had the idea. I'm like, can I do it?
I mean, I would love like a huge life-size one. So then you could really do like details going in the hair or whatever.
Right?
You know?
Oh my gosh. Look, I would love that.
Somebody's got like $3,000 they want to lay down to build one of those.
Yeah, for sure. Like, look, this would be amazing. The problem with like mock-ups for balloons is there are very limited. You only have a certain number of gauges of balloon. And as I complain all the time, on stream, is that they're not available in all sizes.
And also, while they are all the same shapes, essentially, they don't all behave the same size.
Right.
And so a mock-up of 160s and 260s of a thing that is going to be larger isn't necessarily going to go together the exact same way as a thing made up of 260s and 360s.
Yeah, this is mostly for a photograph, and I'll probably photograph against this wall. I mean, I need right now, she's kind of bending backwards. I need it to be a little more like this. So I'm going to maybe add a piece that props it more upright. Add a few more details to the wig and the cake. Add our little, like, cartoonish little bang or whatever sign that we have up there. And yeah, so my first, I don't know if you recall, my first idea for this was to make a golden calf reference. Because I believe that is just almost too perfect of an allegory for Mr. DJT. You know, what's been so striking to me is the hypocrisy for those who claim to be followers of Christ. That this is the hill they choose to.
Yeah, I have some family members who are in the evangelical persuasion that are just very, very pro Donald Trump. And there was a time in the first Trump administration where I tried to help get them to square their religion with, these policies, and you share Bible verses, and then all I would get in return, like my Uncle Tommy, he'd be like, "Oh, now you care about the Bible, huh?" I'd be like, "No, I don't. Actually, I don't at all. You do. You're the one who says you care. And this is a passage that says, treat the least, however you treat the least among you, that is how you treat me."
Oh, man. Do you know the streamer David Blue, for David Blue? He streams on Twitch. He's like an actor, voice actor. I follow him on Threads, and he's been posting some really great stuff. The other day, he said, a lot of the people who used to wonder a lot about what would Jesus do sure stopped caring about the answer.
Right. Is it number 4?
I think,
David Blue. Is there an underscore in there?
I don't know.
So I'll try it and we'll see if it doesn't.
But yeah,
there it is.
Dang.
Yeah, great
K-pop?
dude. Great dude, and yeah, good stuff.
Right though. And like for me, and for what it's worth, the golden calf is an Old Testament reference, so that covers Judaism as well.
Old Judeo-Christian ethic.
Yeah, exactly. If this is literally a thing that you were warned about, and that we have a parable about.
And refugees and travelers and immigrants.
But
and
my contact,
and the sick.
I definitely do. I know there are so many good Christian souls in our community, true followers of Christ, who do their best
and
every day.
Man, how annoying for you to see
I can't even
people.
imagine what it must be like, how surreal it must be for you.
Annoying isn't the word. How infuriating it must be to see people perverting the true good messages of Christianity and using them in its absolute opposite. It's mystifying.
My heart goes out to you.
Yeah.
But when I submitted that idea, my contact over there was like, and what does the calf represent? And I was like, oh, whoops, maybe I'm a little, I was assuming that was a more universally known reference. And, I had to take a moment and think, like, this is not art for me. This is commissioned art, right? While I do believe in the cause, this is art that is commissioned for a specific campaign to communicate a certain message. There's a mission. And if the mission is to reach out to those who are those Christian souls who are struggling right now and aren't really sure, then I think that the golden calf is a great message. But I do think that the mission here is to more like invigorate those who are already very staunchly liberal and progressive and anti-Trump. And so using a reference that maybe they were raised very secular and don't know of this reference. I'm like, okay, that's me. I just need to step away from what I assume. Like, that's a great reference, but that's not the point.
Also, just for what it's worth, I think that a lot of people who go to Christian churches also do not read as much of the Bible. And
it's Exodus, people. It's
clearly
very fundamental.
Clearly, there are a lot of people right now that you could point out hypocrisies in ways that they're not living Christian lives. But also, the Bible is a gigantic book. It's very inclusive. Its language is ancient. A lot of people, I think, just kind of...
They rely on the interpretations of their church leaders, and they've been misled.
The pieces of scripture that get pulled out and get shown to them. And yeah, if you're a dude who's doing real golden calf stuff, you might not be... using the golden calf passages.
Oh, Jen, I'm so sorry. But also, I think that's a sign that you're with the right institution. You are with, you know what I mean? Like,
Daniel, happy birthday. Jesus was woke.
Jesus was so woke. The wokest. It was his job to waken people, you know?
Jesus was a snowflake.
Right. Titania,
he got very
happy
sad
birthday.
when he saw people being oppressed.
I'm sorry
Typical woke snowflake
we're
stuff.
talking so inflammatory on your birthday. I can make a balloon dog for you, Titania. Would you like that? I wouldn't. I would like making that. Let me know what balloon color you would like, and I will make a balloon dog for you.
So we have a saying here at the edge of the apocalypse. When you've got an apocalypse and a birthday, you take the apocalypse and you set it aside to celebrate somebody's. I couldn't
If
quite
we
make that.
abandon joy,
Yeah.
what are we fighting for?
What are we fighting for?
Again, I think there are some people whose role in all of this is to yell obscenities and to march and throw things and hold up signs, and it is as weird as it feels. It's my job to bring joy that is informed by my philosophy.
Yeah,
That's
and
my thought.
if you're at the protest, it's your job to bring joy there too. For folks going to protest, be the dude bringing the water. You know, pass out bottles of water. Be the dude.
Send your friends with a bunch of almonds and granola bars.
Right.
Make sure you're printing out the little cards. Ah, Jen! How's that for a birthday present?
Bex, hate to say it, but Jesus, total nepo baby.
I mean, maybe the most. Oh my gosh, Bex, you're so hilarious.
I mean, he wouldn't have gotten anywhere if it wasn't for his dad. You know, we all know.
Oh my goodness, Tertania, what color would you like? I got like all the colors. So you just tell me. You just tell me what you like.
Cheeky saw a quote that said, "Calling me woke and expecting it to insult me is hilarious. You're empathetic. You're kind of people. You're well informed." Ooh, sick burn. All right.
Dang.
Oh, you got me.
That's one thing that I'm a little upset about. I really liked the word woke.
Yeah.
And then I heard it was a liberal radio show on NPR, and these folks were talking about how is this gonna be? It was about media. It wasn't even about political. It was about movies and TV and stuff like that. And they're like, oh. Someone mentioned oh, are you calling it woke? And all three hosts chuckled to each other and ha ha ha. Well, yeah, no, I mean we're definitely post woke now, and it's
what's
what?
the word for it then?
Because we're not post the concept,
right? How do we have a organizing term for that now?
Death Statics. Hello, this is my latest latex art, Death Statics. Our dear misleader. We can do this. You can do
bring
this.
Joy to the darkness, but Death Statics brings darkness to the joy.
Yeah, here we go.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know either, but I love it.
But we love Death Statics.
We love it,
Let me shout out
Death
Death Statics.
It's not done yet. But thank you. I'm working on it.
Practitioner of the dark latex arts.
Tertania, did you give me a color? I might have missed it. Mr. Sharp, can you scroll up and see if I got one?
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you for shouting out Death Statics. It's such a nice, every time I raid into you, Death Statics, I'm always like, yeah. You like pink, Tertania. I got you. You want light pink or I have a baby pink and I have a fuchsia pink. I also have a coral pink, if that's more what you're. Oh, and I have a neon pink. Yeah, we got options. Rose gold. I got you. Rose gold it is. Rose gold it is. I don't use that color often enough.
Okay, but it sounded good, right? You can do that all the time. Do that reverse structure thing where it's this thing does this, but the other thing does that. And people are like, oh yeah, that sounds like a thing that means something.
Deep.
But does it? Joy to the darkness, but darkness to the joy.
Here we go. Rose gold.
Ooh, I like that.
Ooh, I very rarely get a chance to use this color, Tertania. I'm so delighted that you selected it. I'm going to make a balloon birthday dog for Tertania. Tertania, thank you for coming in and giving us a reason for a little bit of a joyful diversion. Here we go. 5-second balloon dog in 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go. Shoot, go, 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 go. Done. That was not 5 seconds. That was 7 seconds maybe. But there it is. It's so gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Is that a rose gold dog? Jeff Koons, eat your heart out. Ooh. Mwah. Boop. Ooh, your birthday's next month already. Aw, K-pop, you rocked us like a hurricane. Thank you. You like it, Tertania? I'm so happy. Yay! It is quite shiny. We do love it. Oh, Mr. Sharp getting in on that hype train. They don't want to say L.A.
Don't want to say L.A. All
Maybe
right.
maybe it's the
Periods?
periods,
Or the,
yeah.
the
I
abbreviation.
bet you it's the periods. We love L.A. We love it.
We love it.
It is a tongue-in-cheek song, but that's fine. We love
But
it
also,
anyway.
like, for whatever reason, that's kind of what makes it exactly right. Because the people that know that, that's right for them. And the people that don't know that, that's also right for them.
Yeah. Art
You know?
is what it is for you.
LA is a big, weird place.
Here, here. K-pop fam, thank you again so much for the 1,000 bits. You're so...
Are you streaming on Friday?
I don't think we're streaming on Friday.
We don't usually. Is there something? Is this Friday?
Something going on.
Something going on then.
Jen? What's up? What's up? But yeah,
Probably an important day that we should be aware.
probably. Is it Father's
Day?
Day? No, that's. Oh, Friday the 13th. That's right.
Oh,
Spooky,
ooh,
scary. I do not currently have plans for that, but who knows? My plans change regularly. I don't want to brag, but I will. So here's another interesting thing. This is the color that I used for our skin tone. This is Sempertex blush. And if you're a regular here, you know I've complained. I call this Sempertex jaundice because it's like a very... Look, I am half Asian, and this thing is like way more golden undertone than my skin. It's also like crazy pale. It's just not... This was the old flesh tone color we used to have with Qualitex, and you can just see the difference. Like, yes, they're both too pale. Like, that is something that we could argue about. But when you're making this guy, I feel like the more unnatural the skin tone, the better for it specifically. Hello, thank you, Weston Soda, 37 months. You and Bex. You both must have followed at the same time or subscribed at the same time. I love that. Oh, it's Jen's birthday. Jen, your birthday is Friday the 13th this year. Oh. Well, I mean, that must happen to you like once every 7 years.
When you got the most important part taken care of that equation.
No one is going to have it. If my birthday is July 2nd, it never falls on a Friday the 13th.
Never falls on Friday the 13th.
Not once
Interesting.
in my whole life.
You know, I was born on the 17th, and so sometimes I'm pretty close, but never quite there. Never quite there.
Never far enough. So, but it's not quite the exact shade of like Cheeto that I would like it to be. So this is what I was experimenting with the other day.
Did you try it? What's like your palest orange? I mean, it's obviously too late now.
So there is, but there is this, which is pastel orange. But when you blow it up, it actually ends up looking. It's actually a better skin tone. It's like more peachy than I know. This color is so terrible. Do better, but. Like when it's uninflated, it looks much more orange. But when it's inflated, it ends up looking pretty much like that previous skin tone we have. However, you know what I do have? Makeup. So my thought is I tried...
You know who else has makeup?
Good point. So I tried...
To be fair, most
very
people who appear on TV, including politicians,
palette.
tend to wear makeup.
The blush, gone. The highlighter, a ton of it, because I never use highlighter. But the bronzer... is still there. So I tried using bronzer on it. It doesn't really show up that much. Like a little bit. You can kind of tell. Actually, it shows up better. Oh, you know why? Because this brush I loaded it up with, because when the bronzer didn't work that well, I have this eyeshadow palette that has an orange shade in it. It's kind of like it's a very like corally orange shade. It actually looks much more like a reddish orange in the camera here, but in real life, it's more of an orange. And then, you know, when you
do a major foundation line with the makeup.
Well, I did make the bags under the eyes out of the old school,
lighter.
the lighter flesh tone. so I can kind of rouge up the balloon. So like that is my plan. My thought is I'd like to finish it plain, take photos of it just in case.
Just in case. And
this
then
ruins
I think
it or
that's a
like
good
gets
idea.
a bunch of like fallout on the other balloons because it does crumble a bit. But I
Just
think
wondering if you
that's
have like
gonna
a
look good.
cream-based blush or eyeshadow.
I have a cream-based blush, but not a cream-based eyeshadow. And the blush is too, it's just, let me see, actually, I think I have it here. It might just be too pink, but let's see here. Yeah, it's also very dark, and like it doesn't blend as well as a powder. A powder, look at how like diffused that gets, so I can like have a rosier area. But cream-based, it's like you just kind of keep, like I'm sure I can keep blending.
And meanwhile, I learned that there's both powder and cream-based eyeshadows.
Oh no, that actually worked really well.
Blushes.
That actually worked pretty nicely. So you know,
that's a good idea. We just blend up some Cheetos and spread on the actual dust. There you go.
There you go. There you go. I love it. But these are.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you.
Yet the more you know.
I'm learning.
Put on the cream first and then add the powder. You know what I might do? If I did the cream first and then added the bronzer, because I think the powder's very bright and like rosy, orangey, and so is the cream blush gets me like a lot of that red. But what I really want is a little more brown because he self tans, you know. Let's see, there. So like this is where I put the cream on, and now see, look at how much better the bronzer goes on over the cream blushed area. But again, it's definitely something that I'd want to, because it's not applying super duper evenly.
Ooh, I gotta
like I don't want it to look streaky. I mean, not that his doesn't look streaky, but you know what I mean. Like
it does have a little trouble with the blending sometimes.
I would like it to be as see, I'm a little worried about like I don't know if you can see, but I can see like the edge there. So I don't know. I'll probably just start with this because this is the most subtle. And then after I take the photos, I'll be like, yeah, no, I like that or I don't like that. Oh, thank you for the hype train, friends. I hope you got a good emote. Makeup tips. Yeah, get ready with me. This is the most makeup stream that SharpBalloons will do. Let's see. I'm going to do a... open up my hype chest. Oh, yes, spilling the tea. I love it. Boop, boop. Hey, Armand. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome.
Titania, you don't know what to do for your birthday.
You do know.
Oh, you do know.
You do know. No.
What are you going to do?
You do know or you do not know?
Are you looking for
know.
suggestions, or would you like to tell us your fun plans?
Balloon makeup application would be a fun stream. That's true. That is true. You do not. Gotcha. Well, there's a lot of factors in there, like where you are, what's available, how old you are, what you
going
love.
by yourself, or are you going with a group?
Do you have friends and family local to you? I mean, but
if you would like to tell us your region, that might help. But if you'd rather not dox yourself, then
someone nearby.
You know, we totally understand that.
Suggestions. But yeah, I don't know. I don't tend to do too much on my birthday.
Personally, I might suggest go to a protest.
If there's one,
it's going to be a party, and you're going to be with a big group of people. And I always feel pretty good about myself and things when I do that. So that's one way to spend your time.
I think it comes across as well in this in this camera. Maybe this one.
I was beginning to think his makeup look is a low-key prank that was never revealed.
Right. The eye bags that I'm gonna try and not get makeup on in real life. Like I wish I had a color that was like lighter than that, but not white. you know, oh, I might, you know what, white sand. Hang on. BRB.
It's always been very interesting to me that he still does his own makeup. He doesn't have a makeup artist, which is odd. You'd think that a person of that level, you could get a makeup artist, but I think he just doesn't trust people. And so he does it himself.
Because then someone does it and he looks at himself and he thinks he looks good like this. And he's like, no, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. And then there's he doesn't even have like a double checker. That's the interesting thing. Somebody would be like, ooh, let's just blend on the neck a little.
If there's one thing we know about this gentleman, it's that he surrounds himself with those who assist his confirmation bias.
Right.
If you will agree with him, he likes you. And if you don't, he don't like you.
Maybe he doesn't admit that he does makeup, like even to his staff and everything where.
It's like, what do you mean?
Sir, your makeup's a little smudged over here. What do you mean makeup?
Oh, Washington State, specifically Burlington. All right, anybody in the Pacific Northwest?
Okay.
Have any ideas for stuff to do in Burlington?
Burlington.
If I were to make the under eye bags in this. See, I don't think that reads.
Yeah.
Because it's the same color as his hair. Yeah. And then white sand is just too like grayish brownish.
Yeah.
Which is not the look. It's supposed to be like
and
paler
if you did a
than
pure
him.
white, what would that look like? Too intense.
Yeah, I think so. But for science, here I got a 350, which isn't what I would use, but.
Yeah, to have someone else do it would be to admit that he does it. You'd have to have somebody on staff and people be like, who's that? And then he'd have to be like, that's my makeup artist. And then the press would be like, Donald Trump's a makeup.
Every president has had a makeup artist.
Right. Like,
since JFK.
If you go on TV, ever since JFK and Nixon both appeared on TV, and we said,
and Nixon was
side by side, this is a person who wears makeup on television. This is a person who doesn't wear makeup on television. All politicians have been like, oh, yeah, I should wear makeup on television.
I think once I do the bronzer on the cheek balloon, that the eye bags will be.
That's true. That will.
Because I'm going to be photoshopping this anyway, I can go in.
Lighten it a little.
And lighten it. Like, that is.
That's true.
Absolute. Because, again, this is not balloon art that needs to be specifically adhering to like, well, this is, otherwise it's cheating. You know my thoughts about cheating in art. So let's see here. I'm going to start blowing up some of these foil letters.
Titania, I also enjoy a good like comedy club or like improv night. If any of those are in your area, those are a fun way to spend an evening. And if you get like a group to go for your birthday, then it can be like a fun, silly thing.
One thing I really let's see. Okay, it's gonna be my letter L.
You're so right, Bax. Balloon beauty standards are out of control.
It's true.
Makeup and Photoshop.
Come on.
We're just trying to be real people made out of latex here.
Oh, these stink.
Might go out to eat. Well, sure. Naturally, I think that on your birthday you should eat the things that you like to eat. Whatever that is. And I think for some people that's like going to your favorite restaurant. For others, it's like getting your mom to cook a favorite meal. For some people, it might be like buying a steak from a butcher and grilling it yourself. You know, being like, what I'm going to do to treat myself is get the cut of meat that I love.
What do you
cook it the way that I like.
What brings you joy? Do you like, bookstores? Do you like theater? Do you like nature, like hikes? It's impossible for me to tell someone what they should do for their birthday if I don't know like all about them. If you like, I mean,
best we can do is help you brainstorm and then you pick your favorite.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I like where you're starting off. The food.
You like a lot of things. Sure. Trump said he offered makeup tips to Musk for his black eye, and he said no.
Oh my gosh.
So that is like a
That's so
public
funny.
admission that he wears it then.
No, I think I believe I think he thinks he's very good at makeup. A lot of people are saying he's the best at makeup. He's the most tremendous makeupist. Very smart people.
Look into local theater events. You only know of one show, Ms. Pac-Man. Look into it. May not be your cup of tea.
Ooh,
It sounds like,
sounds cool.
Sounds like an improv team
Ms.
name.
Pac-Man, I love it.
But yeah, if what I'd say is look for local comedy stuff, and you may not have like a full club, but there probably is a like a bar or a theater or performance space that has like a improv night, something like that. That might be a good time. Oh, Jetty, you know this Ms. Pac-Man group? Interesting. Are they getting some heat? These hot new improvisers in the PNW?
See, this is what I don't like. These are the same brand of balloon. Look at the different color here. Do you see? You can tell
also with
more on the phone.
The E, it looks like it's kind of different colors almost throughout.
No, that's probably just the angle.
Yeah, it could be just the light, but also like they're.
Where's my? Babe, can you give me a hand pump? Sure. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, I see it. Sorry, my eye was looking for a different color. I got you. Deco champ. You have a local dart bar? Let's go, Bex. A Super Mario themed drag show recently. Yes. I love it. I love it.
Wow, there's a lot happening there. Dart bar Super Mario drag show. Tritani, you like to cook for yourself too? So, if you don't have a huge crew, then maybe just do take a trip to not the regular grocery store, but like the fancy grocery store in the area. Get yourself some of your favorite ingredients. Make a dish that you enjoy making.
I think what happens is these companies that make the Mylar letters, they they make a bunch and they ship them, and then they buy more Mylar and they make a bunch, but then like the gold color that they get is not always exactly the same.
They may have like multiple sources that they buy from.
Yeah.
One is like just a hair different.
I'm sure, but it is very annoying. And also, what's kind of annoying is that the balloon store that I purchased from doesn't try and make sure. But I'm sure it's well, E is the one so far that's discolored for me, and E is one. It's one of the most popular letters. If you watch Wheel of Fortune, it's like lots of E's get used when people need letter balloons. Then I'm using the T. We need an H. There it is, H.
Political cartoon balloon. Whatever could be political in your neck of the woods recently.
In our area?
Hey, Shana.
Yes, and nowhere else, I'm sure.
There's been a little bit going on here.
Yeah, there has been. Los Angeles is okay. For those of you who have been seeing a lot of stuff about, oh no, it's riots and looting. No, it's peaceful protest.
I went to a comedy show last night, and that was a riot. But the fun kind. The fun kind.
Yes.
No, it's for the most part, we're all just going about our days.
Look, I think that there are certain powers that be that would love to have a reason, a justification for quelling an uprising that are, have every reason to
Mostly, our position
exaggerate
is that if you
violence.
quit kidnapping our friends and neighbors, then there will be much less need for protesting.
Exactly. But yeah, we're working on a Marie Antoinette style Donald Trump, let them eat cake kind of a situation. I don't know if you heard about what happened to Marie Antoinette, how they ended up slicing that cake.
Wow.
Just saying. Did you bring enough for all of the classes?
That's pretty good.
Thank you, babe. Thank you. Do I know Lechmere? Trashmaster, I don't think so. I am an artist too. I like drawing. Tertania, and you can draw.
Magasso!
You doing aight? How are you? Yeah, no, look, Los Angeles is not burning down again. We're doing all right. Look, it's stressful, but we are not, we're staying safe. We are not at the protests, but we support them fully. K-pop, you saw what I did there. Thank you, K-pop. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Okay, I'm gonna inflate this. Inflate. There we go. There we go. Gorgeous. American ready for a ticked off Bahamian guy to come that way? We sure aren't. Or are we?
K-pop fan.
Look, we've got some ticked off Americans right now, Magasso. I tell you what. Yeah. Californians and specifically Angelinos are not taking this lightly. We're a country of immigrants, but Los Angeles even more so. I wouldn't even say more so. One of the cities that is most highly comprised of immigrants,
and not just Mexican immigrants.
Yeah.
Los Angeles is a massive hub for people from all over the world. It is one of the most diverse cities on the planet, and all of us are against ICE. All of the backgrounds of people have come together to stick up for this city, for the people of this city. I did want to mention, I forgot to mention, we were talking about it earlier. Mm-hmm. One group that I really want to shout out that is really worth your support is VC Defensa.
Yeah.
That's my friend Leo Martinez, who is just one of the best dudes that I know.
Mr. Sharp did a stream recently from the Lab 805, which is
that's his home base
Leo
out
Martinez,
of Oxnard. And
does a lot of good stuff.
What they're doing with VC Defensa right now is the super ground level work of helping take care of the people and the families that are directly being affected by ICE activities. So when people are being incarcerated, what they're doing is they're bringing food to their families. They're trying to get communication into the detainment facilities. They're trying to get people connected with lawyers who can help them. Leo wakes up at 5 a.m. every day to start manning the hotline for calls from people who are being attacked by ICE. And he is in charge of like mobilization networks. He has people who are going out bringing food to families, paying people's rent. Like, he is doing the absolute ground level work that needs to be done. And for what it's worth, he is staying away from protests physically. He's very public, and so he's not going down there.
Yeah, because he's a leader in this community, he knows he needs to be completely safe and legal.
And
like, he can't.
He's very diligent about that. And he's also working so
responsible.
hard. He's super tired because, like I say, he's getting up at 5 a.m. every single morning, and because there's never no matter how much he does, there is always more to do. And so if you are at all in the around the 805 area,
Ventura County,
Los Angeles area also, you can go see Leo at his place. He has materials. There are ways to help physically. And then if you're not in the area and if you have the energy and you have the means and you want to donate, then VC Defensa is like, I know when I donate to charity, I'm like, where's my money going? What am I giving to? Am I giving to an organization to further the organization, or am I giving money to an organization to distribute to people? And Leo is like literally paying rents. He is buying food for the people whose family is in jail right now, and not for
in
good
jail, in detention facilities, which
incarcerated. Yeah, and
who have been kidnapped.
So you gotta understand, like, people's family breadwinners are taken, and the rest of the family are just left there. They're just people who are now trying to figure out ways to survive. And VC Defense is one of the groups that is going to those people. And Leo is absolutely burning every, ounce of energy and resources that he has to do this work. And so
there's a link in our Discord to VC Defense as well. If you want to look up more information.
And I'll put it back in there again just to bubble it to the top. But if you're away from Los Angeles and you're sympathetic toward the people here and the work that needs to be done, then VC Defensa is a excellent place to put your energy.
It's true. Large cities, yeah. Even Memphis, absolutely. Look, here's the thing about cities. It's just like there's a lot of work in cities. There's a lot of support networks in large cities, and so that's where you find a greater diversity of human beings in cities.
And the way human beings tend to immigrate is you don't just like throw a dartboard at a map and be like, all right, cool, that place. What you do is you go to the place where your friends, your family, other people have been. They can tell you what it's like. They can help you get situated when you're there. And so communities grow, unsurprisingly, in places where there's large cities of other people that can support them.
Mr. Sharp, can you see if you can find me some clear packing tape? It doesn't even need to be clear. Some kind of tape. I love you. And I'm going to, let me see. I'm like trying to figure out how to do these letters. I do them on some ribbon, since I have all this ribbon that I never use. Got a lot of white ribbon. Why do I have so much white ribbon? Well, it's the one that's most of it's been used. Hey, Green Bam. Yeah, this is the No Kings thing. Good memory. We ended up going with a Marie Antoinette let them eat cake situation. Very visual. So here, I've got a bunch of letters that will eventually spell let them eat cake out, but I'm going to put them aside briefly and show you the balloon. It's not done, but I would say that the main part of the balloon, the subject, is like 80% complete. Need a little more air in this one. Hang on just a second. Yum cake. Let's see. So this is my experiments on bronzing up the balloon, because when you're depicting certain individuals. But this is what we've got so far, and we've got like 2 angles here. But this is the profile of our disgraceful leader, and then got a large Marie Antoinette style wig, I have also, it's like a bust type situation. So we've got, let's see, this here. Thank you, mister. Bringing me the tape. Thank you. So we'll have this here. I'll crop it, you know, down about there. And I have some more like hair curls to come down and kind of fill out the wig. And I've got some of these little like pearls and such. I need to do some more decoration of the wig to really, you know, rococoify it. But then we've got a little birthday cake and a tank. The tank will have... I'm so organized. I put my little... Oh, there it is. On the floor, obviously. A little...
Here's the website for No Kings, for those that are curious about it.
A little bang or a pop or whatever it is that we want to put as our little cartoony message that's coming out of the of our cannon on our tank. And then in the back, since that's a very vertical image, very tall hair, the side will have the let them eat cake in those balloon letters, the gold balloon letters. Hello, Nathan. Oh, cake, yes. Also, I would like some cake. Ooh, I don't know, Tertania. Is there like a local bakery? Or I know you like to cook. Maybe you want to make your own cake. Magasso, yeah, no. Lurk away, my friend. Editing is one of those things where it's nice to have something in the background. Costco cake is pretty fantastic. Yeah, bang, pop, or pow. It is a tough choice. I like, you know, I mean, like, pop is nice for the balloon adjacentness of it. But if someone had, like, a real strong argument for another phrase on our little cannon banner, then I would not. Yeah, I'm open. The city next to you is the largest population of Marshallese people in the U.S. It's often you didn't even know about the Marshall Islands until the past decade, let alone the atrocities that the U.S. did to them. I hate how whitewashed and uneducated my world history knowledge is. Well, don't worry, because the current administration is trying to make sure that you don't have to learn about any of that uncomfy history. Anyway, wait. Yeah, no, it's there's so many horrible things done in the name of progress and expansion, and it's not like we didn't create this immigration problem anyway. If we had just stayed in our lane, not tried to interfere with so many countries, then maybe their economies would be able to support the families who live there. Yeah, cheeky. Stick it to him. Stick it to him. Ooh, strawberry shortcake. Now muted. That's a good idea, Tertania. What do you think? Oh, but no, you're thinking ice cream cake, which is good. You can make strawberry shortcake with ice cream. Just saying. Just putting that out there as an idea. So one thing I have to do is right now the balloon's kind of curving more this way. I need to prop it up, prop it forward. So I need like a supporting balloon that will kind of help to push that forward. I think a balloon, let me see if I can add that right now. Use this. Yeah. Squeak, squeak. Oh, Tertania, who doesn't like cheesecake? This is a very cakey stream. I have So if I put a balloon there, so right now there's a lot of pressure on it to bend backwards. But if I have a long balloon that goes there, that will hold everything a little more upright. Do double pinch twist, because never mad at a double pinch twist. And get rid of this one. And just that there. Make sure there's nothing sharp on the desk before I put him face down on it. That would be a bummer. Definitely done that before, where I put the balloon down on a surface and then I hear a pop and I'm like, and this is one that just doesn't go together in a very obvious way, and so recreating it would be like a little tricky. So this one here, I don't want this to be taller, I just want it to come forward more. Can I make this come down here? What if I do... Want a child. We need all the happy and all the joy that we can use right now, my friends. We are pro-joy here. The other thing I could do is put in another row of these curls. Because what I'm getting is like a little bit of a gap here. Right there. Or I could try and pull this down, and that's what I need to do, is pull that down somehow. No, I just pushed that up, but let's see if I do. Don't pop. There we go. Yeah. Sorry to make you look at it. There we go. So yes, I do need something to fill this gap here. And these curls are kind of... not positioned exactly. Let's see. Better. But more curls, so... Oh, the baseball hat. Thank you, Warner, for asking. I think it came out great. The client really liked it. I haven't gotten any photos from her. I'll have to send her a message and see if she got any photos. Normally with the balloon, I don't, you don't want to get photos of it because if there's photos of kids, it's not my place to put other people's children on the internet. But because it's a totally wearable mask, perhaps. Oh, and a hydrate. Thank you, Cheeky. I do need to do that.
So I put links to both VC Defensa and to Fifi Dash in the Discord. I put it in a bunch of places just so wherever you're looking, those links are right there. You absolutely do not have to donate. Just know that those are the folks that are out there doing good work. And if you need updates, Fifi is doing good stuff. And if you want to help out, VC Defensa is where I will send you.
Thank you, Mr. Sharp. Basically, I'm doing a pinch line twist, except with very not symmetrically sized bubbles. I've got large bubbles on this side and small bubbles on this side, so it'll eventually curve it. So make a larger bubble, and then a smaller bubble. Twist those two together, split it in half, and start curving, or keep curving. And I shall drink, Cheeky, I promise. Just gonna... go, curving. And we can kind of eventually fill in that hole right there, that gap. Stay. And then the thing that I asked Mr. to grab tape for... Actually, I'm going to use the restroom, Mr. Sharp. Do you want to take over for a sec?
Sure.
Yeah, you do. Okay, Mr. Sharp's in charge. Behave yourselves, chat. I'll be right back.
If I'm in charge, you don't have to behave. Get nuts.
Behave yourselves.
Nothing means anything. Party, man. Warner Child, I did not go to the protest. I'm conflicted about that. I have been to many protests in my life, and several here in Los Angeles. Last time I went to a protest here was when Children's Hospital stopped providing gender-affirming care for trans kids, and that was a clear example of an egregious act by an organization that was capitulating in advance without any need. And so oh, Bex, play ball. Get nuts. If you break a lamp, who cares? It's just lamps. And so I went and I protested Children's Hospital ceasing care for trans kids, and they actually did reverse their course, and they are continuing to provide care for now. There's a legitimate chance that Trump could at some point choose to start cutting funding for people who are doing that kind of healthcare for their constituents, which I think is monstrous. But if that happens, they will most likely capitulate. However, don't capitulate until absolutely you have to. So that was the last time I protested. Hey, Variant. Speaking of protesters, what's happening? When I've been weighing, should I go down there? I have to first be a father, and I have to first be responsible to this small group that I have to support. And I don't think that that's the best choice right now. I will say that we were talking to our son about it, and he wants to go to a protest. So the spirit is willing. And gosh darn it, that kid's going to be a... that kid is going to be hell for whatever authority decides to try to rein him in, I believe. and fantastic. You know, that is the type of person that I'm excited to raise. We will take him to a protest.
Oh yeah.
But
He's been talking about wanting to go to a Trump protest. He calls it.
yeah, and I think we will. I think
we will.
I'm going to throw out a guess. I think there's probably going to be a few of those coming up.
Yeah, I think what would be great is like specifically like a families one, like an all ages.
The stuff that's been happening in like 805 seems to be Ventura County area seems to be a little more low key.
Of course, yeah.
Because 805 is a little more low key.
Yeah,
805 is
smaller.
like we're the same as Los Angeles. We're just a little more laid back.
Variant is anti-test. Oh, Variant, we love ya.
You know, and your folks may be able to come down for that and sort of do a nice little protest with you know, his grand what would you call it, grand protesters? Because our parents, while total square old folks now, back in their day,
sure,
were known to raise some rabble.
The Vietnam War.
And you know, my dad likes to tell the story of getting tear gassed during the UCSB riots in the 60s. And you know, he was in his dorm and students started rebelling and the police started tear gassing the dorms. So that even people that were just hanging out in the dorms were getting tear gassed.
So wild.
And so what they did was they turned their speakers, because this was back in the day of everybody having their like hi-fi set up in their room, you know, where you have to like connect the subwoofers to the amp, and they turn them out the window and they played The Who, talking about my generation, and there's another one he likes to talk about. I don't know. Another Who rabble-rousey type song that they played to the cops while getting tear gassed.
Variant, that makes so much sense. Really? Variant, my mom too. My dad was arrested.
Really? At Isla Vista? Burning down the bank?
Burning the bank. My mom was not protesting, but she not like actively. She was in Isla Vista at the time. She remembers coming outside of her apartment and being like, it's snowing, but it was ash from the burning bank. And then my dad was arrested for a curfew violation. So he wasn't.
Bad.
Yeah, it was like, you know, in the following weeks, they had pretty strict curfew. However, afterwards, I believe it was like expunged. Like they challenged it, and like all of them were.
That's nice.
Yeah. Well, because there was no reason.
You know?
Conspiracy theories. I love it.
You know, we like to think of ourselves as, you know, activists and rabble-rousers. And yet, have we burned down any banks? No. Have we gotten arrested? No.
You know,
Still got that one on us.
It's
those kinds of banks. Former banks.
Good idea, though.
Yeah.
Good idea. Not that we would never advocate for that.
I would say that I would never personally burn down a bank, but my emotions upon watching somebody else do it would be.
Oh man, there's one artist
unconflicted
I follow on Instagram who basically just shares paintings of burning banks. Like they're not real, that they're imagining. He doesn't commit arson to get his photo reference. But it's delightful. I do enjoy seeing it.
Green Bam, 100%. One important note, even though we're joking around, getting arrested isn't actually a thing that you need to do in order to win a protest. Not getting arrested is often pretty great. Not getting arrested is almost always better. It's cool when you're old to have that, like, yeah, I got arrested. But it is not cool to get arrested, and it's not cool when your friends get arrested.
Yeah.
Sure,
Stay
Sheena's
safe.
dad got it expunged. That's because this is one super crazy isolated incident where there was police overreach. Like I said, they were shooting tear gas into the dorms.
So wild. The dorms.
Like that
like
was
to
a
the students
time,
who in theory are doing what you want, which is staying out of it. You know?
for the most part, though, if you get arrested at a protest, it will suck for you.
Yeah. Stay safe. Don't bring your phone.
Yeah.
But there are ways to support the cause and the protesters without endangering yourself. You know, there's no shame in keeping yourself safe and while also supporting the cause. And
Yeah. The most important thing is be there to protest again next time. Whatever that means. Keep your body safe, keep your mind safe, keep yourself free. And if it happens, keep your head about you. Hopefully you have a support network. Don't go to protests alone. Have buddies, have people that can help you. If you don't have a buddy and you still want to go to a protest, there will be people there who are looking to make buddies also. Get like a buddy system for the day buddy. Also a great way to make friends, you know? You're starting off on a good basis of shared values. Oh yeah, Green Bam. I'm suddenly blanking on the actual acronym for Pearl up above. But in essence, you got to go through a list of vulnerabilities. Are you up to being tear gassed? Do you have anyone to bail you out? Do you have kids, pets, others that depend on you getting home tonight, etc.? And we are very grateful for all of those people who see that checklist and check it off and go to the protests.
still do it. Yeah.
Doing it safe, doing it effective. Bring snacks for your buddies. Bex, there are people who plan to get arrested at protests, but the keyword is plan. They have people to help them. They know what the process will be, etc. Don't try to get arrested.
Yeah.
It's a bad policy. There are some people who will do it, and those people are making their own choice and doing it in an informed and as safe as possible way for them. Do not try this at home. Sharpie Parpy. It's Sylphine.
Hey, Sylphine.
Yes, Variant, that is absolutely true. You know what is rad is showing up to the jail to support people who have been arrested. Inmates are treated better when the administration knows that someone is asking about them. Pick them up when they're being released. Bring food. Bring whatever sorts of things that those folks might need. That is a very good supportive thing you can do. Golden Loki, hello. I have not seen the specific article from Wired about staying safe when protesting.
There's a lot of information out there right now about
there's
it.
a lot going on. Wired tends to be fairly reliable these days. I have enjoyed a lot of the things they've put out recently.
Yes,
hey,
Cheeky. Thank you. I did. You know what? I don't remember if I did. I dehydrated. So I might as well hydrate. Thank you. I won't forget.
And again, not everybody has to support the movement in the same way. Even if you're going to a protest, not everybody has to support the protest in the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Being a person who's just bringing PPE and dropping off snacks and water and sunscreen, those sort of basic things, even if you don't stay, that is supporting a protest.
Yeah.
Donating to legal defense funds that help support people that get arrested, that is helping support a protest. Donating to VC Defensa, who take care of people who are incarcerated illegally, that is helping support the protest. And their families
who are left now without a breadwinner are on the outside.
It's an article they wrote originally for the George Floyd protest, but updated for the current situation.
Excellent. Yeah, no, a lot of the, I mean, look, we've been here recently, which is weird to say, but here we are. Okay.
For what it's worth, the really radical militants generally look down on groups intentionally getting people arrested. High-risk activities are one thing, throwing yourself in jail is another. I think the people who should be getting arrested right now are the people like Maxine Waters, you know, where you go to the facilities and you try to get in and then they arrest you even though you are a sitting congressperson.
And for what it's worth, like that reminds me, LA and like, you know, the mainstream media wants you to believe that like LA is a lot of riots and a lot of violence and oh my gosh, insurrection. But that is on one part sensationalizing the very the very real and peaceful protests that are happening. In another way, it is distracting from a lot of other things in the world right now.
Right.
Greta Thunberg and her flotilla have been abducted.
Russia is assaulting Ukraine again and still.
You know, and of course, you know, Palestinian people are just.
And also, this isn't the only horrible thing that Trump is doing to his country. Right
Sure.
now. So yeah, there is much that weighs upon a person's heart right now, and it is very easy to feel like, what can I do? And as always, what you should do is look to the causes that are closest to you, that you have the most ability to directly impact. And you can't get Greta Thunberg out of an Israeli prison. As much as your heart might want that to be true, that is not a thing you have the power to do. What you can do, however,
I think it was so good that she did this because she's a name that they can't just assume no one will care about. She's drawn a lot of attention, and that was what made me think about when you're like, these are the people who should be getting arrested, right? People who have
and when I say
some
should be
measure
getting
of
arrested,
safety by their fame, by their rank, by whatever it is.
Yeah.
Those are the people who have not less to lose, but
they have more support to make sure that they don't lose everything.
Yeah,
because
more
of
eyes
that.
on the situation.
And when I say should be getting arrested, I don't mean that I think that that's right.
Right, it's not like they deserve arrest.
I mean that they are people who are in position to use that. Yeah.
Using their fame to bring visibility to some real problems.
Yeah, and ultimately they do have more protection. Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, Bex.
Even if that's not in the way of like physical bodyguards in the moment, it's just
Bex, were you here when I was talking about VC Defensa? They're the folks here that, you know, if you're at all motivated to help folks, VC Defensa is the group that I want to point everybody to. Golden Loki, thank you so much. Thank you for being here to provide a beacon of joy in this troubled world. Even with conversations like this, you guys really provide some great comfort. You know, we don't want to be bummers here.
Yeah,
we're not trying to hijack everybody's
firebrands.
Monday.
We're parents.
We're just trying to let you know that we're here in Los Angeles, where there are scary pictures and scary stories coming out of, and things are okay. Everybody in Los Angeles is okay, except for a very small group of people who is either being attacked by ICE or is at the facility where the people who have been attacked by ICE are being held. And yes, the ICE is popping up in random places. They've been in Glendale. They've been in Burbank.
They're kind of going all over.
They're kind of going all over. And so there is, in a way, that random terror of like, sure, they could show up in Granada Hills.
But even
That's
with like,
possibility.
Let's say Glendale.
Right.
It's like one block of Glendale.
Exactly.
It's not like
Glendale's a big city.
Within the city limits, you know, so.
Los Angeles is so big that there are big cities inside of our big city.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, to say like, well, they're in Glendale, that would be like saying they're in
Wonder Child. You've never heard the term firebrand before. See,
really?
this is another reason for us to stream, just to have these conversations. I love it. 88 cities.
Green Bam, I did hear that. That was great news.
Jensen's, what the heck?
88 cities in LA County. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, that's really
nice.
good reminder, Glenn Bam.
Good reminder, Glenn Bam.
The city of Greendale.
Green Bam. But yes, the city of Glendale terminated its contracts with ICE.
Yeah, they had a facility, and they said, "No, we're done.
Yeah, man.
We're reading the room."
Yeah, because while some of the people in charge are elected officials, there are elected officials all the way down that have to be accountable to their constituents. And I know this is going to shock people, but the constituents of LA don't like their friends and neighbors being kidnapped by masked thugs.
What?
They're against it. And so if you're a politician, you can either say, I'm pro-kidnapping of my constituents or anti-kidnapping of your constituents, and we'll see which one gets you further with your constituents. Thank you, City of Glendale. OMG of you were.
OMG of you.
Hey,
Want
buddy.
some squats. You got it. You got it. Make a ruckus. A streamer noticed you.
Yes, we are pro ruckus. Can Bex borrow the Marie Antoinette idea for her No Kings poster?
Oh, yeah.
Go for it.
Yes.
More people.
I do not mind it at all.
Also, if anything,
Bex, I don't know if you were here earlier when I was talking about my first concept was making a golden calf, because I think that's a very fitting allegory for Mr. DJT. And then my contact at No Kings was like, and what does that represent? And I was like, oh, you don't know Exodus. Okay, well, that's cool. And I'll take my my artist's ego and move on to the next idea. Whoopsie.
Bex will say that she is anti-kidnapping in most instances, except when kids are actually napping.
Yes, I'm
Basically.
pro napping kids and anti-kidnapping.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that's a good note too. National Lawyers Guild is an organization that's working to help protesters, provide legal support for people that are arrested. And if you go to a protest, you can look for the National Lawyers Guild. They're the legal observers in the neon green hats.
Ooh, that's so nice. That's
That
so
is a good
smart.
note. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have a friend who has been a lawyer with the U.S. Attorney's Office in Los Angeles for 15 years. And her plan, she is very smart. She is, I mean, she went to Stanford Law. She's, just one of those very overachieving human beings. And her plan was to be a lawyer prosecuting. She specialized in prosecuting major crimes and gun violence. And then was told with this administration that her job would be prosecuting cities for not complying with ICE demands, and that basically doing the exact opposite of everything she believed that she was doing. Like, she took a pay cut to do the good work, you know what I mean? And so a few of our friends were like, what are you going to do? Like, do you have what's your plan? And she's like, well, I've reached out to a few of my other lawyer friends, like you have, who work with defense, firms, the more higher paying jobs. And she says, turns out they have no work now because white collar crimes are not currently being prosecuted. So this is like such a weird trickle down, but the defense lawyers who would normally go to court to defend embezzlers or, your people who can afford high-powered defense attorneys, they have no need because prosecution has halted, has backed up. And so really, now is just like a good time to be a criminal, a white-collar criminal.
A rich white-collar criminal.
Rich,
Don't start now.
White-collar criminal.
Don't start now as a poor person. You will go to jail.
But if you are already like an executive with an in, like now is the time.
Yeah.
And then, the end of the story is she actually did find another law firm that does specialize in women's rights and I don't know if it's prosecuting, but working on like tort cases for reproductive rights cases and stuff. So I'm so proud of her.
But that's also one of those stories that really highlights what this administration is screwing up about America. The damage that they're doing that most people are not seeing. Because this friend of ours is one of those people who is so talented and so good and so smart that but also has a heart and a conscience and has chosen to give her time and services.
Her career. She was planning on working 15 more years and then retiring.
To the government to do that work. And she was doing that knowing that she could easily make more money elsewhere, but this is what was right. there's so many people like this in the civil service, not just in this, level of like people prosecuting gun crimes, but also people working in the Social Security Administration, people working in passport offices, people working in DMVs, people doing all of the boring bureaucratic work, VAs, that is needed to help the government provide the type of support that a government should be providing. Because why is a government here if not to help its people? That is the only reason for a government to exist, is to help its people. And we are lucky. We are lucky that we have so many people that are willing to devote their life, service, and career to these organizations.
And now, even if it gets better, she will have already departed
She
the
gone.
organization.
You
She is
lost
now
her,
working
America.
with something else.
You had a great value and you lost it. And she is just one of many, many people who have chosen more profitable work away from America.
Well, work that doesn't require her to compromise.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if it was just like, oh, I've got to be a U.S. attorney in a Trump administration, like that's a bummer.
If she was still prosecuting the crimes that she
still
was
keeping
passionate
guns
about,
off the streets, and she would feel like, okay, but
because
this
she's doing
is just what it
she's
is.
doing the right work.
but
So
not so.
we are betraying so many people who have given their lives to America, and it is a misuse, an abuse of the service that we have been granted.
Cake. Also cake. We're talking about serious political stuff and also balloons and cake. Do a little another piece here.
I retroactively feel ashamed for all the times I made fun of government services, like the DMV. You know?
Yeah.
The DMV moves slow. Yeah, it's a darn hassle. Yeah, it stinks that you got to pay money for stuff like that. But at the same time, once those things are under threat and you have the possibility of losing something like Social Security, and you realize exactly how much goes into keeping these services alive and how much they do for people. Wait, you don't like the DMV, but you want a bunch of people just anarchistically driving cars around with no recourse for accidents, no kind of training, no kind of oversight. That is also bad. And so we got to support the people that are doing that work. And if it is a long wait, it's not the DMV's fault.
No.
It's the people who don't give the DMV enough money to hire more employees.
Or upgrade
fault.
their infrastructure, their technology that
Exactly.
they work with.
Exactly. If you think it's a problem, don't hate the DMV, hate the game, which is Americans that don't want to fund the services they benefit from. And there can still be a difference between making fun of them and still appreciating the services. I get it. But at the same time, the jokes, I think, are part of what morphed into people thinking
Yes.
something like Social Security
That's it.
doesn't work.
That's when people are like, oh man, but that's why we got to just tear it up from the ground up. Like that's what we got to do.
Social Security doesn't work. We need to get rid of it because it's just really screwing up.
Yeah.
It's wasting money and screwing up the country.
People who
Wrong.
have not
So
been
wrong.
truly checked in to the political discourse. Everything bubbled to the surface because there was this this wild man, leading the charge, and they bought into it because it's like, well, everyone complains about this being like a bureaucratic nightmare, so it must be messed up. So let's burn it all down. And it's like, ooh, do you know how many people that supports? Maybe you yourself.
Yeah, if you know anybody over 60, they are using Social Security or they are actively deferring it to use it later. I guarantee you. It's something like 95% of people in the country over the age of 60 use Social Security or are actively deferring it to take it later at a higher rate.
The
which is
numbers
fair.
site are not exactly perfect. We're trying to do this from memory, so
it is
hold us to
a
it.
massive, overwhelming
big old
number.
big number.
And the only people who aren't tend to be the hyper wealthy. So if you know an older person, they are benefiting from Social Security, and it's important to know.
If you know a billionaire,
the checks go out on time. If they stopped, there would be a problem. There would be a massive problem in America because that money is needed by these people, and every single month those checks go out on time. That is America working.
and it's
And is it a
relied
hassle?
upon.
Yeah, it is relied upon. It is a hassle. It is bureaucratic. It is a nightmare when you have to deal with it. And the solution is not to give less funding to it, because that will make it harder. The solution is to give it more funding so that it is more effective for more people.
But tax cuts.
We are
Other people
throwing
are
an
like-
$87 million military parade for one baby's birthday.
When people talk about tax the rich, they're not talking about you.
They're not talking
I
about
guarantee you they're not talking about you. I guarantee it.
1% tax on billionaires pays for Social Security forever. Forever. 1% tax on billionaires. Just the billionaires, who, by the way, is like a few hundred people in America, as opposed to the people who benefit from Social Security, which is hundreds of millions. So,
Lots of people.
and also, which is everyone given a long enough timeline.
Green Bam, you are rich in spirit. We will not tax your spirit, Green Bam.
If you are an American listening to this, you will get old and you will draw Social Security if you're lucky. If everything goes according to plan, that's what's going to happen. You're
I'm a
not
little peckish.
okay. What is our plan?
Yeah, it's like 12:40. You know what? We might wrap it up pretty soon, because I'm kind of getting to the point where I'll need to start taking pictures of things, and I'll probably need to use my camera for that. So yeah, but thank you everyone for this. Has been good for
You will get
me
old.
and my
How
brain.
dare you? Lily Foxglove, fair enough. I'm sorry. I shouldn't presume. I hope you get old.
We wish that.
My hope for
you.
every single one of you is
Eventually.
that you all get old.
May you get old.
May you get old. May you live long enough to draw Social Security, and may you live in a country that is functional enough to continue providing that support. And if you live in Los Angeles, stay safe, and may your friends and family be safe as well.
Neighbors,
your neighbors.
and coworkers, and parents of kids that go to school with your kid. There's no way you can justify to me ICE raids at an elementary school graduation. That's just so
Can't do it.
disgusting. That's so
Or
vile.
if you really
It's like
want,
that. It's that Michelin web where the Nazis are like looking at their helmet or their hats and saying, "Are we the
we're the
baddies?"
baddies.
Yes.
Oh, we're going into elementary schools. Are we the baddies? Yeah.
Oh wait, no. Put up your mask. Like
Yeah,
what the
exactly.
heck?
You're the baddies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there. But that said, we've taken up a lot of your time, and we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. I'm going to hopefully get this piece all done today, and I will absolutely be sharing it because that is literally part of my contract. I have to share my finished piece
Hey,
with
that's
y'all.
why you take jobs for causes you believe in anyway. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's nice to get paid to be able
Nice
to
to not have to compromise
yeah.
your
being
morals.
paid to protest this administration.
Classic Mitchell and Webb.
We like that.
Love that sketch is so good. You're welcome, Jen. Good luck with finals week. Mwah.
Yeah, may you fall over and get a new hip. Here's the thing. I wish that you will get so old that falling over and breaking your hip is a problem for you, and that if it happens, that there is a security net to take care of you.
Yeah.
Old people deserve health care. Old people
Yes.
deserve Social Security.
It's so
You-
crazy that we have to say this.
We should not force people to continue to work even into their senior years. And we need to be able to take care of all of those people if we're going to do that. We got to take care of people. That's the Sharp Balloons value here is humans need to take care of humans. Nobody else is going to. The squirrels are not coming to our aid.
My favorite animal is human beings. And we are flawed, deeply flawed. We've made these weird rules that we all have to abide by. We're calling some of us humans illegal. But like, what is a border, man? We're just animals on the planet. So do your best. Look out for one another.
We're not even getting into like the deep philosophy about like immigration and things like that. Right now, we're just saying stop kidnapping
don't kidnap people.
Americans.
That should be the baseline.
Stop rounding up people based on what they look like and figuring out who you deem legal and not legal later.
Green Bam, good point. Occasionally a dolphin will help out.
That's true.
Cross that species
Shark attack,
line.
dolphin zooms in, bottlenoses the heck out of that shark.
Yeah, or like a shipwreck or something.
Right, like a drowning sailor.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Of their own, they're not trained dolphins. They're not trained rescue dolphins. So one more time, this is our artwork here, our Marie Antoinette, Donald Trump, with a little birthday cake and tank on his Rococo wig. Is Rococo the right? I don't even know. I don't know my. I keep calling it Marie Antoinette wig, but like surely there's like a.
Yeah, is that
an
Rococo?
era?
I would have thought Rococo was later, but I also don't know. Yeah.
It's not, I don't know. Somebody smarter than me can tell me. But thank you, everybody. We love you. Stay safe. Take care of one another.
One last time, if you feel like doing something here and you aren't in the area, then the folks that I would most recommend you give your aid to is VC Defensa. Those are people that we actually know who are doing super ground level work.
Yeah.
And
Golden Loki, that's so funny. Yes, this will be very fun to pop. We should have a popping this stream. We're gonna have a balloon popping stream. We have those every month because there's so many balloons to pop this month. Oh my gosh! But yeah, this one in particular deserves its own. We'll have to brainstorm ways to. Do I have a guillotine around here somewhere? Anyway, thank you, everybody. Mr. Sharp, where are we going to try and raid these wonderful human beings to?
Well, I'm trying to find...
take your time.
Somebody who's like out of the protests or something like that.
Do you search for L.A. or Los Angeles?
Yeah. I
mean, look, here's you really... Streaming protests is like a...
So
not always great thing to do anyway. People are trying to like.
I was planning to once, and I started looking into it more and decided that I don't think it's the right thing to do to stream protests.
Yeah, people are literally leaving their phones at home so they won't be identified.
I think that I'm conflicted about it because documentation of these events is important. Documentation of police activity is important. But also, there are a lot of ways to track people through phones and things like that. So,
French Baroque and Rococo is very late French Baroque, and then Classicism is the Revolution. But obviously, Marie Antoinette is, well, I would say pre-Revolution, but like pre and during Revolution, rather famously. So you think I'm okay saying Rococo and French Baroque? If it's not Baroque, don't fix it.
Well, tell you what, I know that Don Perignon is LA based.
Oh, is David Blue on?
Beach. Is David Blue on? If David Blue's on,
might
we're
still
going
be
there.
on. So let's check.
I didn't see.
It's like
him.
for David Blue or something.
Didn't see.
K-pop. What's the screen name or the username? The actual exact channel.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, numeral 4 David Blue.
Oh, Lucy. We love Lucy. Where's the Lucy balloon? I can't reach it from here.
Live.
Yeah, he might have wrapped it up. For David Blue, he might have wrapped it up. No underscores. It's just number 4 David Blue.
Give him a follow.
I've really been enjoying David Blue's threads for what it's worth. Very fun stuff.
Yeah, we'll do Dawn Perignon then. Because I at least know she's LA based and she's doing music.
Thank you, Variant. Thank you for the
Dance.
confirmation. All right, let's see here. Sorry, I'm like reaching over. I put this other table here, so let me move this so I can get closer to my keyboard so I can put in the RAID.
Inexpensive GoPro like cams that you use to document if you need to. You know, and I also see the value of live streaming in that if you are using some sort of camera or something that is physically vulnerable, then
the footage is going somewhere immediately.
Yeah, like if it's physically vulnerable, police can take it, camera can be destroyed. If it's live streamed, then it's a permanent record, but at the same time it's hard to live stream
without showing people's faces, and a lot of people would get in a lot of trouble
in some way.
K-pop, I don't know if you were here earlier, but he had this one thread recently, not even that recently, but it was so great, where it's like a lot of people who used to be really concerned with what would Jesus do sure stopped worrying about the answer to that, or caring about the answer to that. And I was like, yeah, you think? WWJD. All right.
Thank you to all the Christians that have stuck to your values, even in the face of people who say that they're Christians pushing you to abandon your values. Thank you for being the strong dominoes in those cultures.
You are a true follower of Christ and his philosophies, then you know
Thank you to everybody who's supporting your local efforts to stop ICE, wherever you live.
Green Bam mentioning at the same time, he's used live stream footage directly to get a lot of people out of legal trouble. That's spectacular.
Green Bam, if you have other thoughts and advice on the live streaming stuff,
because Green Bam, you've got a lot more experience with that than
send it to us, and because I can see, I would like to be able to find a way to live stream that stuff without compromising people, and I haven't figured that out yet, so I haven't. And if I could, I would love to, but again, the safety of yourself and your fellow protesters is always going to be priority number one. And I have not felt like I was respecting other people's safety so far.
WWJD, not what you're doing for sure. Right. There's this huge push to put the 10 Commandments in classrooms, but not the Beatitudes.
Yeah, interesting. And it's like I watch these ICE officers, and it's like, you don't seem to believe in America or Christianity, so what are you here for? You've got the flag and you've got the cross on your uniform, but you're not acting like a Christian and you're not acting like an American. So what are you doing? And the only answer I can think of is racism. You're doing racism.
I think a charitable interpretation is they're playing hero.
Right.
That they are saying, my commander tells me to do this, and I'm going to do this. And he says it's good for America, and it's good for America. And yes, I think there is racism in there, but I think a lot of them, it's not overt, where that is the motivation. It's that they see themselves as the hero. But again, we're not trying to, look.
Yeah.
Mostly we're not a super political stream, because I feel like there's a lot of that out there, and I want to offer a place where people can find respite and joy.
But being in Los Angeles right now, I feel like we have a unique position.
Informed joy is the vibe right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dawn Perignon is a DJ streamer. She is awesome. We love her. Good vibes.
She's maybe Long Beach.
I think so.
LA area, and I want to say Long Beach, but she
not like Vegas though, right?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I think she is LA area, and
it's DAWNPERIGNON.
Yeah.
And just one word.
Yep.
She was Reno. Okay, thank you, Green Bam. Yeah. Nationalism. There you go, Green Bam. A variant. Absolutely.
They've been sold to build rotten goods in a pretty basket.
Indeed, and weirdly enough, anyway, we don't even need to get into the aesthetics of the basket.
Yeah, but again, if the Supreme Court is saying it's illegal and you're doing it anyway, I don't think you believe in America. I think you follow one guy.
Also. Supreme Court. That's a whole other.
Supreme Court's a whole other thing, but exactly, even if this super loaded, hyper right-wing Supreme Court votes 9-0, that, hey, you can't just deport dudes for no good reason, and you're still doing that, you don't believe in America. You believe in one dude. One mean, gross little Marie Antoinette
golden
dude.
Calf. And I hope I hope they can find their way out of it. I do. I have become a better person over the last 10 years, and I think I hope I continue to become a better person. I want to give people the grace to find the errors of their ways.
I've seen a lot of videos.
That's some of my best, my favorite content is like people who are speaking to the values of those on the other side.
I've seen some good videos of people not screaming at the ICE officers, but talking to them and being like, I love America too, and what you're doing is not good for America. This is unconstitutional. You can choose not to do this. You can choose to walk away from this. And I think putting into their heads that they are actually the traitors here. ICE officers are betraying their God and their country. In no uncertain terms, they are kidnappers. They are the people who are attacking America. We are not under threat from immigrants. We are under threat from a secret police force that is not operating with legal means, within legal means.
Golden Loki, there's stuff you once believed in that horrifies you now. It's been a very long time since those days. And
Good for you.
want to hold space for forgiveness and reconciliation, and also hold space for the very righteous anger and pain that's being caused. It's complicated. Being a human being is complicated. Being alive is complicated. We love you. Let's go listen to some music. I'm going to put in the raid to Dom Perignon. Boom, boom, boom. Friends, thank you so much. I needed this more than I thought I needed. I got 4 hours of sleep last night. This is not, I'm going to have a really short stream. I'll just show them the balloon. And then it just ended up being the greatest. This reminds me of the post-election stream that we did on the Mr. Sharp channel. It was good. It's good. I love you.
But we're safe. Los Angeles is safe.
Thank you to all those
Los
who
Angeles
posted
is
in the
good.
Discord, hoping that we were safe, seeing what was happening in Los Angeles, knowing we're based there, sending your love to all of your Angelino friends. Thank you for checking in.
We are based in Los Angeles, and Los
also.
Angeles is based.
Yes, indeed. We all grow. Variant. Look
We all
at that. Look, but what a charming throwback at this point, right?
Right.
But yes, I hear we evolve. That is the beauty of the human condition, that we can evolve, that we can learn and change and choose better is one of my favorite things about human beings.
And all we can do is love our way through it. You're not gonna scream your way through it.
Big hugs, Flavo. We love you. Yeah, copy the raid message, folks. If you feel like it, if you have the bandwidth, thank you so much. We love you. Go say hi to Dom Perignon. Enjoy some sick beats for us.